guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video and I just want to say a massive thank you to anyone that's watching. And yeah, I've been meaning to set up a YouTube for so long now, and just FYI, me and Philip are still keeping our OnlyFans, and that is going to be more based on our life together and our relationship. And this YouTube channel is going to be more like me, my makeup videos. I'll be doing some Q&As and like some cooking videos because I'm actually a sick cook now, if I don't say so myself. So yeah, the first video I really wanted to do a Q&A because I get so many questions from people and I just thought it would be really good and interesting. I'm just going to be answering some of the questions that you asked me on Instagram. I haven't chose any specific questions. I'm literally just kind of going through and I'm just going to read them out. And yeah, let's just see where it takes us. Where are you from? So I'm from the UK, lived just outside of London growing up, and that's where all my family are from. My background is Italian, and my family are Italian. I have a lot of family in Italy. I cannot speak Italian. My name is Italian. It's pronounced Lucia for anyone that didn't know, because a lot of people call me Lucia. That is incorrect. If you are calling me that, stop immediately. Stop doing that. What scares you the most? So I'm actually really scared of the dark. I've just always been scared of the dark ever since I was a child, and I think it's normal when you're a child to be scared of the dark, but I kind of just never grew out of it. Like, I'm still shit scared of the dark. Whenever Philip's away and I'm staying in the apartment on my own, all the lights are on 24/7, like throughout the night anyway, and I cannot go to sleep like in a dark room with the door closed unless somebody's there with me. I don't know why, I just am like that. When I was a child, I couldn't even put a jumper over my head because I was so scared of just that moment of darkness. Don't know why I'm like that. Sometimes I think maybe I should face my fears and just lock myself in a dark room, but I'm too scared. Hi, were you shy at first in your relationship? I'm naturally quite a shy person. I think it takes a long time to get to know me. I'm kind of a bit more reserved, and I don't know if I was shy with Philip. You'd have to ask him because I can't really say for myself, but in general I am definitely a shy person when I first meet people, especially with guys. Like, I'm so shy with guys, I can't speak to guys. Where did you live before moving in with Philip? I was living in an apartment in Manchester in the UK with my friend Sophie Lee. I really miss her. I actually haven't seen her in ages. Hey Sophie, if you're watching this. And we had such a good time there. I was living there, and then before that I was living in Australia for a couple years on and off, and I've just been kind of bouncing around and travelling around the last few years, just enjoying myself. The UK is a great place. London's one of my favourite places, but you know, like when you're just somewhere all the time, just had a real like urge to do something different. So that was where I was at before I met Philip. Tell us something we don't know about you. Something I don't know. You probably already sussed this out, but I'm quite ditzy. Like, I'm quite ditzy, and sometimes Philip gets really annoyed with me because I make such like clumsy mistakes sometimes. Like, I will always like forget the key for the apartment and we'll just be locked out and we'll just be completely fucked. I just make really clumsy mistakes. Any tips for stress and feeling down? My biggest tip if you're feeling stressed or if you're feeling low would be to meditate. And I know I say this all the time on Instagram, but I can't stress it enough, like how much it helps. I mean, if you're feeling down, meditate. If you're feeling stressed, meditate. It puts your mind at ease. It helps you not get attached to your thoughts and just be able to flow and just have a more peaceful, clear mindset. I was really struggling with sleeping, and I don't know if it was stress related or anxiety related or I don't know what, but I had a like huge struggle with insomnia, and meditation really helped me. Like, I can't stress how much I think everyone should meditate. Like, do it at least 10 minutes a day. It's just 10 minutes and it will change your life. How do you handle arguments, specifically if you have different opinions than your SO? What's an SO? A significant other. I'm gonna guess it's a significant other. I look really stupid if it's not, but let's just go with that. I think it's okay to have different opinions. Like, you're supposed to have different opinions. You're two different people. You're never going to agree on everything. I think the most important thing is to just communicate in a way where you get your point across, but it's in a calm way. Like, relationships, I think, aren't going to last if you're just yelling and screaming at each other. You have to communicate in an effective, calm way, like, you know, so you both understand each other, but you're not getting too, like, high rate. How did you meet Philip for the first time, and how long did it take to become his girlfriend? So I met Philip a week before my birthday, and not last year, the year before, and we actually met through Instagram. I was following him for like a few months. I didn't really know that much about him at all. I'd never been on his website or looked into him that much, but I just was following him on Instagram, and I saw that he was like super successful designer, and I was like, wow. And I just sent him a message and was like, you should make a vegan trainer. Didn't expect a reply at all, because I didn't really think much, there wasn't much thought behind it. And then he replied and just put like, yeah, sure, whatever, I can't remember, thumbs up and stuff like that. And then I didn't say anything, didn't think anything of it. And then a few months later, he popped back up in my DMs and was like, hey, what are you up to? Like, what are you doing? Do you want to go for dinner? And then I was like, yeah, sure. And then we went on a date. We had a good time, and then, that sounds really dodgy. No, we did, we had a good time. And then a week later, he said, do you want to come out to the south of France? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So, and then I just came, and I've just like never left. 2 years later, here I am. I feel like with Philip though, you kind of have to, he works so much, he can't, like, the only way to make a relationship work with someone that works that much is to be there all the time with them. Because if I was still living in England and then he's working the way he's working, it would just never, we'd never see each other, and like we would never have time for each other. Is it true that you have a bachelor's degree? What even is a bachelor's degree? Have you ever had plastic surgery, or is it all natural? I think it's really wrong to lie about having plastic surgery, because I don't want to give any, especially young, impressionable girls, the sense that people, I mean, I obviously wasn't born this way, but like a lot of people maybe cover up the fact that they've had plastic surgery. I think it's really important to say when you have had it, because otherwise people might actually think that you naturally look that way, and then it might make other people feel insecure. So I can happily say I have had plastic surgery. I've had it just on things that I have been insecure about, and I can honestly say that it's something that you have to be 100% sure about, because it can go wrong, and there's ups and downs to having plastic surgery. I'm not going to specifically say what I've had done, even though it's probably pretty obvious, just because I have certain family members that watch these videos and like I don't think they really like it, so I'm not going to go into details, but I have had plastic surgery, and yeah, I would never deny it. Is it true your boyfriend made you increase your boob size? That's absolutely false. Philip would never make me, I mean, he could never make me do anything, but he didn't have a say in my boob size. I decided that on my own. Do you drink every night? Absolutely not, and I don't know what gave anyone that impression. I do love to have a drink, but like I definitely don't drink every night. You and Philip have a big age gap. How much exactly? So there's 15 years between me and Philip. Yeah, there's 15 years, and I don't think it's that big of an age gap, to be honest. I think it's like quite a nice age gap. We're both very happy with our age gap. What's one of the hardest things you've ever had to face? I think the hardest thing that I have ever had to face, and I think I just want to say, like, I feel very lucky and blessed that I've actually had a very good life in that respect. Like, so I think the hardest thing for me that I've ever had to face is probably this last year, just being so secluded and isolated from my family and my friends. I mean, because like, since obviously when you move away you're somewhat isolated anyway, because you moving away from them, and that's a choice obviously. But I think with corona, with this situation, it's just been really difficult to travel and see each other. Like my nonno, that's like, I call him nonno, that's Italian for granddad, and like he's really old now, and I haven't been able to go see him for almost a year because of the virus. And it's just, that's probably the hardest thing for me, because you know, when someone's so old, like you don't know how long you've got left, and it's just, I didn't even want to risk going near him or like coming off a plane and then going to see my granddad. I think would be really, really selfish. And I was too scared to take the risk. And same for my sisters as well. I haven't seen my sisters also in almost a year, one of them over a year, and my mum, my aunties and uncles. So yeah, I really, really miss my family and my friends, and that's probably been the hardest thing for me. Also, like living in this country, literally nobody speaks English here, like no one. So it's really not been easy, and I really don't have friends here. So that's probably been the hardest thing that I've had to face. But on the flip side, there's been a lot of positives to it as well, because I've really had so much time to myself that I've tried to make like productive. I've been just reading so many books. I've been just focusing on like my meditation, and I feel like a stronger, happier person, even though it has been such a hard year. And I feel like I can't even say it's been a hard year, because I know a lot of other people have had it a lot harder than me. But just in my, like how I feel compared to the rest of my life, this year has been, it's had its struggles. Like it's been a hard year. Like in the end, I'm just so grateful that my family and my friends are all healthy, and we've all kind of survived this pandemic. So I don't like to complain, but it is a bit lonely sometimes when you are so separated from everyone you've ever known and been close to and loved. So I mean, I'm just so lucky that I have Philip and I have Philip's family, and they've really been like so amazing, and I'm so blessed to have been welcomed into his family so much, because it's just been so nice. It's just been like kind of a bit of a saviour, because I don't know what I would have done if I just had no family. Oh god. Anyway, moving on. Who wears the trousers in the relationship? So definitely Philip. He is obviously just, he's the man in the relationship, and that's the way I want it to be. I don't want to say it's the way it should be, because everyone's different, but for me, that's how I am happy. Like I'm happy with the man being the man, like wearing the trousers, to say. If a guy is more submissive, then I just tend to like walk all over them, and then I get a bit bored. So I think it's good that Philip really like wears the pants. What is your biggest pet peeve? That's like something that annoys me the most. I'm just gonna move out of the light. Whoa, hello. Biggest pet peeve. I hate messy eaters. Basically Philip. When someone's eating something and they just make a mess, and like the mess from the food really pisses me off. Like if someone like is eating something and leaves crumbs somewhere, like oh, crumbs. Yeah, is that a pet peeve? Does that count? I don't know. I don't really know what a pet peeve is. Are you jealous? I'm not a jealous person in general, and I really try not to be. In the past, when I was younger, I've definitely been at times jealous, but I just think as I've got older, I've realised that jealousy is just not the way forward. Like, and it is a choice. Like you do choose how you feel. Like you can choose not to be a jealous person, and I really make that choice no matter what happens. Even if the person that I was with would cheat on me with another woman, I would try very hard not to be jealous of that situation, because when you're jealous, you're just giving away so much of your energy, and that energy is yours. Like, you can use it for so many other things. You know, I think if you just accept situations for what they are, then it just takes the jealousy away. Also saying that there's no point in being jealous of somebody else, because you're never going to be another person. You're you. Just own it and love and embrace yourself. And yeah, don't waste time being jealous, because jealousy is a waste of time. It's a waste of time and energy. Do you like Polish dumplings? I've never actually had one. What would you like people to start normalizing again? Normalizing. I feel like so much stuff in this day and age is more normal than what it used to be. Like, a lot more stuff is accepted now. I feel like even like back in our parents' age, when they were young, I feel like things were a lot more judged. Like, you couldn't like meet up with someone that you met over the internet or be like, oh my god, I can't believe she's done that. And now it's just like a very normal thing. Something that I would like to be more normalised. Nipples. I'm just gonna say it. Just throwing it out there. Nipples. Let's normalise nipples. It annoys me that men can... I don't want to walk around with my nipples out, but I would like to have the option. I don't think it's fair that men can walk around with their nipples out and women can't. Sorry, where's the logic? Why? Is Philip jealous? I think we're both kind of on the same level with jealousy. Like, we're both just like at a stage in our relationship where we really trust each other, and we don't feel the need to be jealous of anything. I think we're both quite confident in the other person. Are you a spiritual person? I've had a lot of people ask me this, and I don't know why, because I don't think I really post anything like to insinuate that I'm like spiritual. But to be honest, I am quite a spiritual person, because I'm just open. I'm just open to believing in anything. I was raised in a Catholic/Christian church, kind of a bit of both. I went to both growing up, and I believe in ghosts, I believe in spirits, I believe in anything and everything. I believe in all the gods. Just open to any god being real. I don't think it's necessary to say I believe in this one thing, because you don't really know anything for a fact, is my opinion anyway. So I'm just open. Maybe something is real, maybe it's not. Like, I'm open to all religions and spiritualities. Why not? Are you really a vegan? You can't be half-half. I don't really agree with saying you can't be half-half. I think it's up to everyone and anyone what they eat. I do think there is obviously a right and a wrong, and I do think eating meat is wrong nowadays, whereas in the past it has been necessary for human evolution, whatever. Like, we evolved to eat meat because that's what we needed to do to survive, whereas nowadays we don't need to eat meat to survive. And that's why I made the choice not to, because I don't like how the animals are kept. I don't like the deception of the animal agriculture industry, like giving this perception that the animals are taken really good care of, and they show like pictures of like happy chickens. The chickens are not happy, and like cows and stuff, and that's what I don't agree with. And that's why I gave up eating meat. I loved eating meat before, I loved the taste of it, but I just decided it is not the right thing to do. Am I completely vegan? No, I do eat a bit of fish every now and again. To be honest, I was eating fish because it helped me come off the meat, and that's just what works for me. I try to keep it to a minimal, so I just eat it every now and again, like if we are going to a restaurant. Yeah, that's just what works for me. And I think as long as anyone is going kind of in the right step in the right direction, you don't have to become completely vegan overnight. But I just think if you just sit and think about it for a few minutes, like where the meat's coming from, the process, what happens to the animal, and then you have to make a conscious choice whether you're okay with that or not. But like, it's easy to make a decision when you don't have enough knowledge in the background of what's really going on. So I would say, like, do some research and make the decision yourself, because if you just continue eating meat because that's what your parents did and that's what your grandparents did and that's just how you've been raised, then you're not really making that decision for yourself. Like, you're letting like other people kind of making that decision for you, and I think it's a big decision. And yeah, it's not really cool what happens to the animals, and I'm really actually against it. Also, I try not to eat cheese. Every now and again I will have a bit of cheese, but I try not to eat it hardly ever. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below, let me know what you think, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you next time.